and for his team also to feel what that felt like. Because when there's a difference between when you just have like a buzzy cool song and when you have like a real commercial big hit, you feel it in the atmosphere. And that started off that relationship.
Going back to Mario, I also looked up that you wrote, this is so crazy to me, you wrote 2 songs for the show Victorious.
Yeah, in my early days, I wrote 2 songs. So I was friends. What was so weird was that I had never met Ari.
As we'll see, the Wisconsin Badgers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Indiana's offense will get the first possession of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. Doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
We were talking to the defensive coaching staff coming into this game tonight, and they said we really feel good about our pass rush. We feel like we've got guys up front that can win one-on-one. We've got to let these guys hunt. We've got to let them eat, and they're doing it on the first play of the game, getting a sack.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The short hands, it's Hall. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten. 3rd and short, I don't mind the play call, running the RPO, giving the quarterback the option. Could he have pulled it and maybe made that decision a little bit different? He decided to give it to the running back. The defense was ready, got the big stop, forces the 4th down.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
How about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
Caught near the sideline, it's Shaw. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he could hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Looking to pass on second down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
First down here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Hines is tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Trying to convert this second and short. The play action fake. He'll get rid of it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch. Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Plows through the defense. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Hand off from the shotgun. And the Badgers pick up the first down. Sort of getting in touch with their inner James White, Melvin Gordon, or Jonathan Taylor to pick up another first down.
I mean, it's just crazy the list of guys they've had play here in the Wisconsin tradition, and it continues, right? Everybody who's here, you're going to be featured. You're going to get touches. So, hey, recruits, you want to carry the football a lot? Come to Wisconsin.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Fast motion from the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
To the air, it's Tompkins. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 13, set to kickoff.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up?" Come on, get on the ball, David.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wide receiver shows motion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's John. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. They want to just keep throwing it. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The Hoosiers send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of it.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attack.
Looking to throw, it's Tompkins. He's got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Those defenders were seeing red, and the quarterback felt it and got down quickly. And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He gets a block. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Power football with the run. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Clock now inside 4 minutes as we're getting later in the first half. Running back goes in motion. On second down, he's looking downfield. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Indiana.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch in the middle, it's John. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Quickly complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Gonna run it. It's Chubb. Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Using the quick game. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
The Hoosiers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Indiana!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Tompkins. Fires to the tight end. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And he slipped through the crowd.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Badger!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more. Get him on the ground at the 20. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with...
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right there. Oh, and they blocked it. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to go up top on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No, Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
A strike downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver, because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Using his legs to buy some time. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Walters. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's y'all.
This is a fullback who can be a weapon in this offense. He can block, you can hand it off to him, he can also catch the ball.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the back. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UMass pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. The Minutemen were clicking in every phase of the game, and the results speak for themselves. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And the Badgers will move the sticks.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
The give out of the gun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Back to throw, it's Tompkins. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lining up for a first down play. Running to the left. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With the catch, it's Hall. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's going to run it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On second down, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Shaw. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the first.
A first down run in the red zone. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
And he does everything he can. Tries to scramble, tries to make something happen. Nice job by the defense getting him to the ground. Down by more than a field goal. Interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Looking to throw. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Tompkins. He's right on target. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. You've got a 3rd and manageable backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Fires on the move. He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. He makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hall. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Coming after it. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
Down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Scanning the field, it's Tompkins. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. No good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw it. Get him some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They're facing a 3rd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Gets it out fast. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough arm.
Really nice Nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Wants to go up top. It's complete. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Time is not on their side. Down 6 late. Fourth down looming. They'll have to get this to stay in it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on fourth down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those types of situations. That's the kind of play that could lose you this game.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. And a short run there, and that'll end it. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never